Welcome, being 7 o'clock, the start of Charlton Planning Board meeting, September 17th, 2025. Welcome one and all. Does anyone need, did you get an agenda?
Sure.
Thank you. And we'll start with call to order. Our first public hearing is for L&B Enterprises at 29 Southbridge Road.
Yeah, I think you have the, public notice that has to be read into the record. I hope you do.
I do. Buried it somewhere. This is a notice of public hearing for the Charlton Planning Board in accordance with section 203.2, 207, and 207.2 Charlton zoning bylaw. The Charlton Planning Board will hold a public hearing Wednesday, September 17th at 7 p.m. right now in person at Charlton Planning Board office, George McKinstry Building, 37 Main Street in Charlton, on the site plan application of L&B Enterprises LLC at 21 Southbridge Road in Charlton for an approval for a 1,280 square foot building addition at 29 Southbridge Road on Route 169. The building will ultimately have two uses. The property located at 29 Southbridge Road, Assessors Map 33, Block B, Parcel 22.1, is an approximately 58,460 square foot lot and is zoned in community business. Copies of the site plan are available for inspection at Planning Board office and Town Clerk's office during regular business hours. Any person interested or wishing should appear at the time and place designated. Okay. Free to, please, open.
Where shall
and,
I position?
Yeah, anywhere where the camera might catch it, even in the, maybe.
Oh,
the-
yeah.
Wait,
Set up
go
that
right
one.
in. I can do that too.
I can slide around.
I believe the applicant here is as well. My name is Mika Laswell from Topper Land Survey. I won't repeat all the information that the location, the address, the applicant L&B. We can just give a perspective. The sewer plant is abutting our property just behind Caddy Brook. I have a response letter that I just received this morning was from Graves Engineering, their second peer review comments. I have two copies, one that I'm reading from, and I have one extra copy that I can give the chairman.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I did email that at 4:30 this afternoon, but I didn't have time to.
It's not cooperating with
This is the same one with
Yes.
the response. Yeah, I see.
So
Thank you.
I added extra paragraphs
Yeah,
just to continue the story.
Yep,
So-
gotcha.
So what we have here.
This- And GEI, just for the record here, so our Graves Engineering responded just yesterday to this.
Correct,
So,
and I think
yeah.
I
that.
personally saw it today. so
That
that's-
came today at 4:45.
And you just got this, and that's,
Yeah.
so the board isn't seeing some of the edits from
Yep.
GEI.
And in response, most of them are benign, most of them are acknowledging, and I think it's clarification,
Yeah.
and what I'm thinking, I can probably just hone in on the ones that are kind of the outstanding ones, instead of belaboring if you've read through the various. I think a lot of it, again, clarification, multi-sheet plan, sometimes you miss something, you don't see where everything is.
Excellent, all right,
So-
yeah, good idea, thank you.
So, here we have Southbridge Road. There's an existing building here. Caddy Brook is in the back, the sewer plant. And there's other commercial businesses across the street. We have, because of Caddy Brook, we have floodplain, which is identified here in the shaded kind of hatch. I don't know if you can see, this is the vegetated wetland areas. We have riverfront, we have 100 and 200 foot, and then the yellow is the 100-foot buffer zone to the wetlands. The orange is the 50-foot. So basically, the entire property is within riverfront, and as a result of that, any changes that we have here, or any proposed alterations, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of the Wetlands Protection Act restoration. So anything that we do here within the riverfront, we're allowed a 1-to-1 if we make restoration. So, current property, it's got a broken up pavement. I saw Graves' letter, there was a photo in there. You can see that this area, if you're familiar with it, broken pavement. There's some existing dumpsters, storage dumpsters behind the property. The previously was miscellaneous equipment and miscellaneous metal. And just let you know also, we have before Conservation Commission, Ecotech, I think it was last week, Monday morning, or Monday evening, and they continued their meeting, again, waiting to hear input from Graves and the planning board, just what concerns you may have. So here, the property is served by an on-site septic system, on-site well. The proposed use and the proposed size of this septic system is adequate for our proposed alteration. Go to the proposed side, that'll probably be the easiest one to really look at. On the existing building, we're proposing that 1280 square foot addition. As far as grading, we are just continuing the existing elevations that we have out there. Some resurfacing over time will need to be done, but at this point, we're just proposing mainly to reduce the amount of impervious area out here from what currently exists. From a stormwater perspective, there were some alterations that were done on the adjoining piece, and we're mitigating that, again, part of the riverfront. We're mitigating this area with a paved surface with pre-treatment with a storm scepter prior to discharging towards the wetland area. We're proposing to provide roof infiltration where currently none exists in this area. The reason we're going further away from the building is respecting the offsets to the existing well on the property. The area, we are in public water supply within the IWPA for 2 water wells on the property. But again, the density of the use and the proposed use is allowed, as long as we take measures for our stormwater, which we've proposed. Overhead doors here, for plumbing flow, when you have an overhead door in a commercial, you need to provide a holding tank, so we've proposed a holding tank for the floor drains for that use. And if you'd like, I can go through some of the items of the Graves review that was kind of outstanding. I don't know if you've had a chance to look and kind of digest what Graves Engineering had said.
And the other, all right, Manthorn is number 21, and this is the number 29.
Yeah, we're 29, 20. Again, I don't know the extended history of this, but all these, I'm assuming, were same ownership at one point and just developed, and like, because they merge, there's rights of way, deeded rights of way between the different properties.
Because of that driveway or what?
Correct, so it's kind of an amalgamation, but what we're proposing to do is kind of just tighten up this area, reduce the impervious, because with stormwater, that's really the key, is to reduce your impervious.
Yeah.
And with rooftop is deemed to be, does not require treatment, so that's why we do the direct infiltration with the rooftop areas. The tenants that he has were proposed, the density of use is four people. From a parking perspective, we only would need 4 to 5 spaces per zoning. The other tenant is not clear as to what's going in that space at this time. That's my understanding. The applicant, correct me if I'm wrong. So what we had provided was kind of a range of, okay, zoning requires for the amount of square footage of commercial space that we have on the property. We gave kind of bookends as to, this is what we need for parking. We're proposing 15 parking spaces. In reality, I don't believe we need that many for the proposed use of what we have for occupants. Should a tenant come in here that requires a greater parking density, there are some other options as far as, okay, there is that existing right-of-way that happens here. There could be some discussions with the person that is deeded to, do they still need to utilize that access way? So that could, in theory, be changed over to parking if need be, if additional parking is needed. And also some augmentation of some of the parking spaces in areas that we have out there could be addressed. One of the things, I'm not sure if the applicant may be able to address this, building plans. I haven't received final, we have kind of a general square footage, but I don't have final building plans. That was one of Graves's comments, and that's also the driving force with, okay, occupancy, building use, okay, what's going in here. And, but right now, we know one use and what, if we apply that same density, we need 9 parking spaces.
And basically, you're coming in with the industrial warehouse use.
Correct, and that's really what's
Application,
going in there, but there's potential with the zoning district that we're in
Yeah.
to have additional uses and different additional density, but
Yeah.
the property could easily support it. We just may have to
Yeah.
alter
Yeah.
some space, but again, Wetlands Protection Act, and it's my understanding DEP, not usually they have some comments, they didn't have any comments. And Conscom, it seemed they're receptive with the one-to-one approach that we were
Yeah.
doing.
So you've already met with them?
Yeah,
Like just-
Ecotech, we met with them on,
Yeah.
I think it was Monday last week?
Okay.
Meet Wednesdays.
Yeah, I think
Was it a week ago? No, yeah, it was a week ago, Wednesday.
So like made a formal application to
Oh,
come
yeah.
down and said, yeah?
Yeah,
okay.
we have a notice of intent
Yeah,
before
yeah,
that.
okay, got it, thank you, yeah. This last one, good.
So that was one of the things, that when they were continuing to meet, they knew you guys were meeting today. So
Yeah.
that was like, okay, let's wait and see what they have to say
Right.
and what Graves
Yeah,
comments.
yeah, great.
So at the moment, you don't know who the tenant on the other half of the building
I
is?
think you have one,
But
you can
Don't
go
you
through,
do-
Right here, if you'd like.
but do you know who the other you have one tenant,
Oh,
a
yes.
signed
I know
company,
both,
but,
yeah.
and they're, that's my understanding.
So the main, the main building now has, I don't know, if they've been there forever, Diversified sign. There's Matt and Chick. Well, Chick retired, so Matt doesn't need as much space anymore. So that's what the addition was for, is for Matt. And then there's a local guy, owns a company called Precision Welding. And they just basically assemble medical equipment, and that's who we're gonna renovate the main building for him to go into there. And then Matt will be in the addition. This is a preliminary drawing of the addition. I'm waiting on the architect, so. With elevations and stuff, so.
So you'll have the adequate parking for both businesses?
Correct.
Yeah, I think actually the welding, there's like 3 people that work in that facility will be there, and then just Matt and the other one. So realistically, like 4 people, maybe 5 tops.
And then if you have a delivery, and we've got extra this space on the property.
Right, it's not like a retail thing where people
Yes,
come in and
yeah.
need parking to stop or whatever.
Correct.
It's just,
It's industrial.
yeah.
So, and Matt'll continue Diversified sign?
Yeah, I think he's gonna change the name to, what is it? Diversified Designs or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
See, he doesn't do the fabricating of the big signs and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Chick kinda did that.
Yeah.
He does all the graphic stuff.
yeah, yeah.
So that's why this is actually more suitable to him, this addition, because he really needs like a 14-foot door to get like a triaxle in there to letter.
Yeah,
So this will suit him fine. He doesn't need all that space because he
Right.
doesn't do the fabricating. He just needs his printer
got it.
and then a stall to put
Yeah.
a big truck in.
Alright.
So it'll work out perfect there.
Good, good level of detail, appreciate that.
Yeah, I just didn't wanna throw him out, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And he
yeah.
really doesn't need the whole thing, so
Yeah.
we just came up with that solution. We'll just add on
Yeah.
and, you know, if it's possible.
And my understanding, if you read through most of the Graves, is their comments, clarifications, and I think you added some clarity now, just even to us, I wasn't exactly sure what was going in there, but broad brush, it fits into the zoning spectrum, and I think that was one of the things
Yeah.
Graves kind of honed in on, well, 17 spaces, and if you were to apply retail, but we're not doing retail, it's,
So it's an addition, but there's a firewall between the buildings, it is separate spaces.
Well, that picture it's abutting that wall,
Yeah.
but yes, it won't be open
it's a masonry
inside.
building, it's a
Yeah,
cinder block
Yeah,
building.
it's not
so-
open, it's
No, it's not
two
open.
different
Yes,
buildings, yeah.
But the septic system is adequate to serve both sides.
yeah, we just put that in last year. It's
Yeah,
like
it's a good
450
Presby, I believe.
gallons a day or something. It's something
Yeah.
crazy, yeah. There's no,
Four-bedroom house.
Can we keep this for the file?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, I just got that today, so
Yeah.
I've been pushing them to try to give me something.
Excellent, yeah. Mr. Lasswell, if you wanna go through some of the comments from GEI, maybe some of the,
Yeah, so I think like one of the things was the number of spaces, and I think that, I mean, I don't need to, in reality, provide 17 parking, because if you've got 4 people working there, the density, we're not going through that higher 250 square foot loading requirement.
yeah.
But there is potential in the future, if you have a tenant that changes maybe one side or the other, it could get a denser use in there, and still would comply.
So you could
Yeah, so
probably
it was
get up
really
to
to give, it was to
17.
give kind of
Yeah.
the bookends to the board, that you
Yeah.
can see, okay, yeah, we're not sure exactly what's gonna happen with the future, but there's cushion there for parking.
Yeah, if we needed, if we push that, we could probably get 17 spaces in there, you think, if
Yeah.
we wanted, yeah.
Yeah, and that was item 1, really, what he was.
Yeah.
Item 4, maybe, again, the applicant maybe can address this. The dumpsters that are out there currently are in the location of the existing, the proposed addition, and there was another one on the property on a storage container. I believe the storage container is now gone.
I moved one of them, the other one's being emptied, and that one's gonna disappear as well, because it's just an eyesore. The dumpster that you see in that shaded area, that was a rollaway that was there when they came, that's gone now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so those dumpsters are there, so that for trash,
Where's the storage container? Was it?
There's a storage container right abutting the other property
Right
right
here?
now.
Oh, there it
Yeah.
is, yeah.
and there's the other dumpsters
And
here.
the
Those are
dumpsters.
being, yeah, so
That's
that's being.
that other one's a rollaway, that's gone.
Yeah,
We're just cleaning everything up, there's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
around the building.
yeah.
So you still have to go to the Conservation Commission, yeah?
We're in process with them.
Yeah, so, okay.
Yeah, we're
I
in
didn't
process with them. They
anticipate you
continue the
getting
meeting
Okay.
per what's coming through the planning. So that was one of the other comments was, what are we doing with trash dumpsters? Are you proposing additional dumpsters? I didn't.
I talked to, Matt has a large one, his chick needed a lot, he does not need a lot.
So he can,
I'm gonna put one size bigger dumpster on my property and let him just use that, cause neither one of them, need much. I
Okay.
talked to them both, so
so the proposed dumpsters that are on the property,
that would be gone. Yeah, there's like a 10 by 10 one there now, he does not need that.
Yeah.
So that's leaving as well.
and that was the comment 4. The accessible space,
The other thing is just, yeah, the storage container with this new application would have to be removed.
Yeah, I planned on
Yeah,
removing it
okay.
anyway, it's an eyesore,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just trying to clean everything up
Yeah,
and make it look
good.
nice, you
All
know?
right, thank you for mentioning that.
yeah, so that was item 4. Item 5, the handicap accessible route, what we had proposed, again, I didn't have architecturals, so we tried to prepare something that kind of fits on our site plan. We gave a wider aisle, and we show the positioning of the stops in the doorway. Again, I didn't have a final, I didn't know exactly where they were positioning that overhead door. One comment that Graves is commenting on is that we are impeding, we bring obstruction, but we're not really putting obstruction. We still have an accessible route, because for ADA, an accessible route is 36 inches wide. We still have a 36-inch, there may temporarily be a vehicle rolling into this garage door access way, but that's temporary. That's no different than a crosswalk on a street or in a parking lot. Yes, you have a vehicle crossing from the parking area into the building for the time that it takes the truck, and again, it's not the general populace this isn't a storefront. This is the worker, it's not, and the site is level. It's pretty dead flat,
It's
so.
flat, yeah.
So that, the accessible entrance is the roll-up door?
No, the accessible entrance,
Is adjacent to it.
I'll go to the site. We're gonna have an overhead door
Yeah.
here coming in,
Yeah,
but the office space, that's the accessible, there's another man door
okay. There's a-
on the side, but I didn't know exactly where it was.
Gotcha.
But the site's so flat, I'm like, wherever they put it, it's gonna work, essentially, so.
Yeah, 52, yeah.
Are the actual parking spaces going to be paved? Yeah.
Well, they're current, it's a broken pavement, but the accessible route,
Yeah.
if you have a handicap space, that will need, the surface will need to be such that people don't trip on it and stumble. So if you got huge cracks, those,
Oh, you
that'll
already
need to
have a handicap space?
I don't believe there is one.
There isn't one there now, but there will have to be one.
One,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
So minimum one van accessible, and that's what we're providing. And again, the existing walkway to the existing building, it's level pavement. If we just resurface that, that's gonna be suitable for forward. I understand if you got mobility impaired, if you got big ruts and rocks, but this will be cleaned up along the front, especially when this gets dug up, when you're exposing the site work that's done there and placement of the holding tank. This pavement in the front of the building is going to be torn up even more, so you're gonna wanna
Yeah.
replace that
Yeah.
at a minimum.
Yeah.
And I think he can probably very easily do this in stages if need be. You know, again, as money, you know, doing asphalt and pavement's not cheap, so he could easily stage that out and just do it along the building front and
Yeah.
creep his way out.
Right.
So that was number 5. Construction details, he was asking about handicap signs, and we were proposing them to be mounted on, a lot of times we provide details for the posts and the breakaway, but I'm bolting them to the wall, so, or that's what we're proposing, signs mounted to the wall, so I didn't provide a sign detail per se, because it's,
And the tenant makes signs, so
yeah, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
we're all set.
He knows the requirements.
So yeah, again, I figured, I'm not gonna say what size screws to put in the masonry wall.
No, and just on the buildings with the entrances, so just front entrances, I don't see a rear door or a side door to these buildings.
I'm not sure.
That's just a preliminary, whatever we need to do, we can
For
show you
building
the
code.
concrete,
Yeah.
yeah. It's all flat, it's all
Yeah,
open,
okay.
there's nothing obstructing anything,
Right.
so
Got it.
you can stick a door
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
7, the building plans, that was item, 7, we've addressed that. 8, we've addressed that. 9,
For the 2 wells, I'm sorry, so I see,
yeah, there's a
One existing one.
well arc here,
that's
and
good.
a well arc here. The property up here has a public water supply. It's noted on the plans, it doesn't impact what we're doing as
Yeah.
far as the site design, site density. It doesn't have an impact, and we are outside the zone 1, which is that inner circle around the
Yeah.
public water supplies.
How big is this radius for this IWPA?
It's huge.
Holy cow.
I'll go to, well, the well's here, this is the zone 1,
Yeah, yeah.
so it goes out into the,
Wow,
you
okay,
know,
yeah, that's a huge
so yes, it's,
setback. Yeah.
it's one of the, Graves Engineering comment noting it.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously, it's there,
Yeah.
um,
But what are the constraints around it? I mean, it encompasses the whole property,
correct.
so what are the?
That was why with DEP
Yeah.
and with conservation, there was, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
there was no, and that's part of the idea of reducing pavement recharge. We're in the IWPA is basically like the aquifer. It's not measured or, they just arbitrarily by a pumping rate, they establish a radius. So, okay, when you're in this radius, basically they want you to do recharge.
Okay,
And your water quality, that you don't have new proposed areas of impervious directly leaching into the ground, that you provide some pre-treatment.
yeah, and holding.
So that was like this area here, we were, okay, doing some resurfacing here from a past disturbance, and that's where the storm scepter is placed to catch, and it also, the double duty, it's also helping with next door. Water flows downhill, it's coming, and it'll go into that.
Good
So-
design, yes.
So we are taking care of the abutting property as well, again, with the IWPA. We had noted it, but we hadn't shown the radius on the plans, and
Yep.
so that's what Graves was
Got it,
kind of,
got it.
hey, flag it out. So we did. Building elevations was number 10, hydrology was 11.
Yeah,
No response. Yeah, there was some question about the drain pipe. We showed, this is gonna be a ADS flex pipe corrugated,
yeah,
and it's got a radius to it. It's coil pipe,
yeah.
so we just showed it And they were questioning, why are we showing it that way? Well,
Yeah.
it's roof runoff, it's clean runoff. Typically, you don't have corrugated pipe if you have a lot of sediment. If you have roof runoff, that's clean water.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about the corrugations building up. We have, and we have the flex grate on one of our details, which catches some of the debris before it goes into the recharge area.
What's the diameter of that, you think?
8-inch,
8-inch corrugated?
yeah, and then the discharge will be 6-inch.
Yeah. Oh, there it is, right there, 8 inch, 140 feet.
And then there was some clarifications on the checklists for the IWPA, and at the end of the day, it doesn't change the design, but I think for clarity, continuity, we did, the DEP's 8-page checklist. It's a guide, and you check one thing, and then it kind of bounces you around a little bit, so.
You just basically gotta show the building's above base flood elevation.
We are,
Yeah,
because
and that's the biggest concern
the
you
building
really
inspector,
have.
yeah, because 621 is the floodplain elevation. Our floor height, we are at 624.
Oh, so yeah. you
We're
got 3
over 3 feet,
yeah.
3.3 feet above
Yeah,
the 100-year floodplain.
yeah, good.
So, and that was kind of the basis of why we placed the infiltration where we did in the elevation. We brought it up and just humped it, so we're not in the floodplain, because it's based on elevation. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bottom of our stone is outside that.
Perfect. Good, yeah. Checklist, yeah.
So, I think most of the grave things are like housekeeping type,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah, yeah. Impervious, yeah. Standards, so I'm just reading through 15, the standards, yeah.
Yeah, because like, what are we doing? And that was really a double duty. This plan is also going to Conscom, so
Yeah.
that they see what steps we are taking to mitigate the previous alteration and to allow additional alteration to occur within the riverfront area. Because so we're doing a one-to-one, okay?
Right.
We're doing this here, but we're gonna clean up here, we're gonna take this, develop, and especially behind. And one of the other things with stormwater too is that we have a good 100 feet, for the most part, except where the building is, vegetation
Yeah.
before we get to the brook, so that gives filth. You know, if you go low impact development, that's what you want. You want more greenery between you and the protected jurisdictional area.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
One thing we didn't provide, and that's with soil testing, I don't have a test pit dug here, we can do that. The basis of this also, there was a septic system that's here on the abutting property. I have test holes that were dug right here. And I have DEP's well records right here, and they correlate with what we have here. We can, with conservation in the past, we've done, okay, we can put a condition, we'll do a test hole here.
Yeah, yeah.
Prior to construction, not a big deal, but we just didn't do it. And we didn't just kind of pull the elevation of this out of the hat. We were kind of looking at what was done previously,
Yeah.
what's around us, what are our constraints, and that's kind of what drove that
Okay.
positioning away from wells, septics. It really didn't leave too many options for us.
Yeah, got it.
Uh,
Yeah, good.
Item 19, okay, they were just clarifying, you want to give the actual,
Chambers, yep, yep.
number
got it.
19, I'm skipping down to,
Yeah.
it's in the drainage report,
Mhm.
the 140 pages,
Mhm.
but he was making a reference, so I just,
Yep, yep, got it, no problem, yep.
yeah, okay, 3.2 inches, okay,
Yeah.
we can put that in, it's in the calcs, it's in there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, all right.
21, no response, 22, no, 23. Wheel stops, the wheel stops are shown there.
Yeah.
They're not shown here, they're shown on the accessible route detail here. They're identified here, we have the detail there,
Yeah,
and then noted here.
yeah,
So in the smaller
yeah, got it.
plan view, we didn't show it because it's just a little too busy, but in the blow up, it's there, so he may have missed it, I'm not sure. Oh, and one other thing, labeling, I'm missing a label for the storm scepter here. We have the construction detail for it, proposed in the drainage calcs
Right.
and the report, I'll talk about,
Yeah, yeah.
and the maintenance for it.
Yeah,
I have a structure here, I just have it, it's just labeled as a catch basin, but that's a storm scepter.
Got it, yep.
So, I
Okay.
think it's, so, any other questions?
That-
Glad to field your attempt to answer.
Yeah, excellent, good review, thanks for the presentation, very well formatted, appreciate all the details in there. I think you addressed a lot of the comments, there's stuff we'll have to pick up on Graves Engineering, just follow up, make sure, we all have time to review it, and then hear back from, Concom
Yeah,
and.
and I think that the Concom was really, okay, what's
Yeah.
planning have to say?
Right, yeah.
And then we get into that catch-22,
Yeah.
what's Concom gonna
Yeah,
say?
exactly.
What's planning gonna say? And no one
Yeah.
goes first.
Yep, it seems like an acceptable use, acceptable size for the zone, and the layout is appropriate. I'm sure Graves would pick that up, but those are just my initial thoughts. Any other comments from the board or questions?
So the only thing I think, if there was a change of use, you'd have to come back before the board, have to recondition
Yeah,
that.
or bounce it by the building inspector, get an opinion.
To make sure.
If you have a tenant use, kind of look through, hey, I'm having so-and-so come in here,
Yeah.
is that acceptable use? That's-
Yeah, of course.
And that's,
Yeah.
And Randy, just number 17 for soil testing, make sure that we have that as one of the conditions, if it's not done prior.
we had done that with Conscom on a few other projects where it's like, okay, yeah, we had looked at, we had testing nearby, but not in that exact location.
Yep, for-
It's in the ballpark, it's close by, but,
Yep, yep, and that infiltration basin is outside of that circle.
yeah, of which circle? The well radius, the IWPA?
Yes.
That's in the IWPA, but that's roof runoff, so that's clean
Okay.
runoff that you don't need pretreatment for. Any discharges off new paved areas, any new impervious surface need treatment. The roof runoff is clean water, so I don't need to treat that.
Gotcha.
Anything else? Any comments, questions?
The existing building is kept up so well that I think the new building, if it's the same as your existing, would be an improvement.
in that area.
Yeah.
And outside, I this afternoon also, when I was doing this, like, I didn't do a written response, but the building inspector had 3 comments. One was, existing or proposed signage. Right now, there's an existing sign, and you're not gonna propose anything else. I'm assuming that existing sign, you'll just change the name of the business on it. and-
Oh, yes.
And that's, we're not proposing any other sign changes.
No.
Yeah, I would just check with the zoning officer on the sign. If you gonna have a sign for a second business, just run it past Kurt Metzger to make sure you don't need a permit for
You
it.
probably use the
Yeah.
same sign
Yeah.
stand.
And if it is a
Yeah.
problem, we can remove that sign.
Or
Things
just
like
keep
30
within the
years
parameters.
old.
I think the thing,
Yeah.
you use the existing value, you may have to just change the
Yeah.
geometry of the sign.
Usually about
is probably
size.
what,
Yeah.
or the
Okay.
lettering, just lettering size. If he's doing signs, I think he can,
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
I think he'll figure it out. We're not I did not depict lighting, although it's not required in this district. It's the the building inspector made a comment, the BEP district has luminary requirements. This district does not. Currently, there are just 3 existing wall packs, and there is a flood lamp on the existing utility pole here servicing this property and the adjoining property. There's 2 big spotlights that are there, so I don't perceive you're gonna change anything with your lighting other than wherever your man door is to get into the building, and the overhead door, which I didn't have plans for.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where it was gonna go, so I didn't show it.
Can you update then with the signage maybe just to cover some of these things? Exterior lighting's not required, base flood, I think we covered that, did he miss something in the base flood
I think there was a
elevation?
change, in the flood plan. There was from my understanding, the flood plan was different a few years, they updated the mapping. So that was one of the comments.
And you capture that?
What's
You
that? Yeah, this
captured
is the this is the current.
Current, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so our finished flow, we are above the flood map.
So you said you don't have the door on the plans, is that?
I have
see-
I have the two overhead doors in, I'm
Okay.
showing a walkway,
Oh,
so
that's
there's
the
gonna
man-
be
that's the man door, okay.
a man door, but
Somewhere in there, okay.
I don't have, again, without having the architecture, so I'm making a guess as to somewhere over there.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Gotcha, understood.
All right.
If it's a steep site, it would be more critical, but this is,
Mhm.
we're easily less than 2% on that building.
Have you, did Graves Engineering, so they just submitted this, Randy, did they have anything else?
No,
just
I
one of
got
those-
that at like quarter of
Same,
5, so Graves hadn't had an opportunity to respond to it.
Yeah. Yeah, doesn't give us a lot of time to review all the comments here. Should we, suggested motions for this, should we review this at the next meeting and,
So I think you still have some work to do with Concom, right?
yeah?
We're waiting
I'm
on
sorry,
Conscom, as far as
Yeah.
they're waiting for your basic input.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I think, any other questions here? I think
Yeah, I
things are going along.
Yeah.
One more report from Graves, just clear up what's not cleared up. I know you have comments in there.
Okay.
So what we can do is postpone this or continue it till,
Continue at the next meeting. I think the site plan is within, the use for the zone. It looks fine according to Graves's feedback. Looks good. You've done a nice job of doing the one-to-one, swap out for any of the floodplain management, wastewater management stuff, so,
Yeah, next meeting's on October 1st.
yeah.
October 1st.
Yeah. And then I think at that meeting, we could talk to Concom, and I think we'll be ready to make a decision at that meeting, if that's okay.
And then in the interim, I see it as housekeeping, I can update
Yeah.
yep.
all
yep.
those.
And I
Those
think
punches, if-
revised elevations and.
Yeah, I'll try to get him with
Yeah, so-
definitive,
Yeah, that's kind of what
he
we
just
need to see
started
too.
on it.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, and I didn't have that, so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
still kind of punting with.
That's right, that's right. I
And
think
you could include them in a set, the elevations?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
that-
2 weeks be enough for that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, make a motion to continue this public hearing for 29 Southbridge Road to October 1st.
A second.
Great, we've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion on this? None, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you for making the presentation, coming in tonight. Yeah,
Thank
it was
you.
great.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be disrespectful. Didn't have enough time to go over.
Yeah,
Oh, no worries,
you look
no worries,
great.
you're fine.
Yeah,
I just about made it here.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all
Yeah,
good.
no, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Mikael. Nice job. Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Too.
All right, thank you. Our next order of business is for the Chris Hansen discussion of possible road upgrade to a private road. And then just for agenda purposes, while council is here, maybe we could also just skip over the decommissioning bond bylaw discussion just for a moment and talk about the village's history and health.
So what's the agenda item up now?
That
You,
road upgrade?
It's private road.
so the applicant is asking the planning board, we can approve road upgrade to this road, private road, however, the planning board, from what I understand, has some authority to be able to approve the upgrades to the road. We've had a lot of conversations with Justin Silverstein and everything about what we can and can't do. So, as you see, the applicant's proposing to have improved this. It's just a private way right now that understand that right now it's not improved at all, is that
Well,
correct?
yeah, what it is right now, yeah, it's just on paper. It's,
Okay.
you know, it's
So
on, yeah.
they're trying to make the improvements so they can access this lot to build a house.
Yeah, it's a pre-existing non-conforming lot, and it's basically just wooded, and it's
Okay, and,
unapproved.
we also have Chris, sorry. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Chris Alphin from Blackman, Bobrowski, Haverty, and Silverstein. So we were able to look at this plan, and it seems what the applicant is trying to do is use a paper street to create frontage so that he would have a buildable lot. With the caveat that your bylaw says that frontage needs to be a public way, I think it's the policy of this board to accept ways that are approved by the planning board as ways to provide frontage. The applicant would just normally do what he would do in a definitive subdivision plan. He would submit a definitive subdivision application that meets all the rules and regulations, with the caveat that it is a pre-existing grandfathered way, sort of say, because it's on a plan that existed prior to the adoption of subdivision law in Charlton. So it may not meet, certain requirements of width and dead end and things like that. So he's not required to meet those requirements, but he is required to meet all the other requirements that he can meet. He certainly can request waivers. But the process should be that he just submit a definitive subdivision as any normal person would be doing, with the caveat that he's doing it under 4181 FF as a plan that predates subdivision control law. So those regulations that he can't meet, he's not required to meet them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I have just one question. So on the subdivision, if everything is there, is gravel roads, I just, again, Chris Hansen, I'm the applicant, just was curious on the jurisdiction of the board on the improvements of it, so if they're all gravel roads there, is this something that you would think that would have to be paved? Would that just be waivers I'd be asking for? You know what I mean? Stuff like that, basically, because everything's gravel ways, private ways over there, so I'm just kind of looking at what to have my engineer show, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's ultimately up to the board what kind of
Okay.
waivers they want to grant.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, typically, it's depending on what the planning board usually does in this neighborhood. There may be pre-existing roads that have been there since the 70s that were existing, and then therefore they never got approved. But this is essentially should be interpreted by the board as creating a new road, because nothing is existing there today, although it's shown on a paper street, so therefore he has protection under 81 FF. But otherwise, it's just any normal definitive subdivision plan, and the board needs to make the recommendations that it has safe access and access to utilities and things like that. So you can request whatever waivers you want.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I was just
given
trying
that
to
it's
get
just
some-
going to one lot, right?
If somebody knows, that neighborhood there, so basically, I think they would, it's like an old campground, so these private ways have been in existence for a long time. So, trying to make it obviously look like it belongs there. It's only gonna feed a 2-bedroom house, because septic-wise, we got the approved variances, but we're not able to expand it. So, I mean, it's just like, again, it's only gonna be serving one lot, I'm not gonna be serving multiple lots off this, so. I'm working with the owner right now, so she's not sure right now if she's gonna build a house with this. She just didn't wanna do the process to go through it, so. Number 88, the lady up in the front actually owns this lot, so 88 Highland's the owner of the lot.
It's permissible to build, to have a buildable lot on a private way, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes,
Doesn't have to be a public way, but you could carve in a house there, even on a private
yes.
way. Mr. Hanson, are all the other roads, like Highland Road, Pine Road,
Those are all built out. Those
Some
are all
of them
built out.
aren't even-
and public ways?
I know, those are all private ways.
They are
Yeah, so
private.
they're all private ways.
not
Where is
all of
Highland?
them.
Well, Highland's that road, I owned a bunch of
Yeah.
lots out on the other
Right.
side of Highland over there.
Where is it? 'Cause here's
Relative to
Cranberry
that,
Meadow.
you go down, you go
This
down
way?
Cranberry Meadow that way and just take your
Look at
first
the
left.
top left-hand corner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, 'cause we were talking about Spencer and
Yep.
that stuff.
So this, you're calling it Beach Middle Road, that's existing gravel road.
There's nothing there right now, so
Nothing.
basically what I've been told by my counsel, and I know, you know, obviously your counsel would be able to answer this question, is that, you know,
Yeah.
there's deeded rights basically to the center line of the way, to improve the way.
Yeah,
Basically, it's deeded, it's bounded and described,
yeah, okay.
you know, so they hold interest in the way.
Yeah.
So if they hold interest in the way,
Yeah.
you guys have the jurisdiction to tell us how to improve the way.
Right.
But we're not gonna be blocking anybody to get there, we're not,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's what I've been told by my counsel.
So is it clear what's in the way? Like, what do you have to?
Basically,
clear?
there's just some wooded vegetation, I would like to just basically create a driveway
Yeah,
to serve a two-bedroom house on a 10,000 square foot lot. So obviously, I'm gonna have my engineer develop a plan showing a proposed gravel way with some stormwater, you know, because it does go down gradient, to have some stormwater. And basically create it like a driveway if possible. And obviously talk to the fire chief, whoever's in charge. Randy gave me his number today. I was waiting for this hearing. And I'm gonna give him an email and see, you know, send him the plans and get his input for fire protection and access.
What is the length of that road?
I believe that other lot in front's 100, so it's probably, I would say it's no more than 125 feet probably to get to, you know, the lot, if not shorter, maybe 75.
You would go all the way to the driveway, so.
Yeah, I'd wanna go the driveway, we showed that extension there because I don't really know what the fire department will need.
What I was gonna, yeah.
If they need
Yeah.
a turnaround, if they're gonna need, if Cranberry Meadow is enough for them to get to, or whatever it is. So I need to get
Okay.
that from him,
Okay,
so I can have my engineer show that.
sure, sure.
and connect it to this Beach Middle Road, or the,
Well,
Yeah, an apparatus for the
You-
fire, yeah.
When you submit your application, you should just have your engineer list the waivers that you want, so
Okay,
that
absolutely, yeah,
we don't have to go back and forth,
Yep.
it'll speed up the process.
okay.
Have to get some sort of idea of what the drive is made out of and if it meets certain specs as a gravel drive, so I mean.
Absolutely,
if
yeah.
it's not tar, it needs to
Yeah.
still be
Yeah,
suitable.
and this is right on the town line, huh, this property?
no, that was the other one on the other
Yeah,
side.
the
Way
other
up here.
Oh,
side
So
of
that's-
the law
that's
is,
here.
yeah.
All right.
No, yeah, that was the other one on the other side, that was Ether Drive.
So Beach is between Ethier and Highland?
Yes, yes.
In here.
Okay.
You said you got approval from Board of Health already, or the?
Yeah, that's
waivers?
all said, the variances have
They
been
allowed
granted.
a reserve in between the trenches?
Yeah, well, because the bylaw doesn't have anything in it, that meets Title V. That meets Title V, and we got.
Actually, Title V doesn't allow the reserve to be between
Yes, they do.
trenches. I spent many years on Board of Health, I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, Title V, yeah, well, if the town has certain bylaws that, you know, would like a reserve in it, but you can have reserve trenches, that meets Title V.
Okay. How about the 100 feet here? It looks like, it says 100 foot, oh, that's wellhead, is that?
Yeah, all that stuff, I have the approved septic design, which I can give to you guys, and we had the variances, so I have.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
and all the
'cause-
variances, the appeal periods have lapsed, so we have all the variants to the.
I know they allow like up, like even down to 50
You can't have
feet.
you can't have any less than 50, basically,
Right.
is what Title V says, so, you know.
I know, I think this woman was at one of these meetings, was it this one or over here? We don't have to do any kind of public notice.
Oh, that's another question. So on the definitive subdivision, does that go out, so that site plan is a public hearing needed? Notifying abutters up to 300 feet? Is that something that would be needed?
Yeah, assuming definitive
It
subdivision
would
plan.
be
and
a
all.
real
Okay.
subdivision, definitive subdivision application.
Yeah.
With the public knows and all that good stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Would it have to be, or why, just
Well, it sounds like.
Yeah,
it has-
because there's a road that's being approved, and even though it's being approved over an existing old plan, it's creating a road to satisfy frontage requirements. Therefore, it's just a normal definitive subdivision plan with the caveat that they are not required to meet what they cannot meet, given the layout of what the way is.
Got it.
Great, so we get neighbors.
Yeah.
You gotta come visit.
There you go.
It's zoned agricultural. Okay, so.
And again, the basis and the standard for the board will be, can we curate a way that provides safety and access? It's not going to be, do we want a house here or not? That's
Yeah.
not gonna be the
That's
board's
not
review.
the question.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what DPW, they'll review it and
Yep.
look at the plans and the construction of the road more
Yep.
detailed.
So if Randy has anything, so what I'll do is I'll file that application, Randy, and have my engineer kind of stamp a plan and request all the waivers on that application, correct? Yep, okay.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
So even though this is a private way, does highway provide maintenance on it, or do they? I mean,
They
Just
Right.
plow,
Just
just
plow.
plow, I think they groom the roads like once or twice a
They
year.
keep it safe.
Yes.
They won't actually put it, but that's the other thing is, I think,
Yeah, I
highway
mean,
needs to
this
be
is gonna be
contacted.
more like a driveway, so I don't know if they'll get.
But it's still a
involved in
private
that
way, and
one.
they're still required to
They have to plow
maintain
it.
it.
Yeah, they'll plow it,
Maintain
right,
it.
All right. You wanna continue, how much time do you think
Yeah,
you
sure,
need to get
I
a
would say
subdivision?
about a month probably, because I'm gonna have to fill out the application, I gotta get my engineer to stamp the plans,
Yeah, right.
look at it, request any waivers.
There's no need for continuance, I think this was just an informational meeting,
Oh,
so.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's
So I'll
not
just,
here.
so basically what I'll do is I'll just file it whenever
Yeah.
I have it, I'll file it with
Right.
any fees that are needed,
Yeah.
and we'll go from there.
Yeah, thanks for doing this work.
Yeah, no
so
problem, I
far.
appreciate it, guys.
Yes, appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Smooth things out.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's easier.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
The second one.
So, question to the chair, so even though the villages have asked to
Got it.
continue this to October 1st, can we discuss it tonight? It's on the agenda?
I would advise against doing that,
Yeah.
because a continuing request was made and they're not
Yeah.
here. That is probably the best, we can, certainly Jonathan or I can
Okay.
make arrangements so that we can either provide a memo ahead of time or be here at the hearing. We did look at it briefly and we see the answer questions.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that one of the reasons that we had requested counsel was they brought their counsel. So it's,
It was a little one-sided.
yeah, so it would be good to have,
Yeah.
co-counsel here if we needed it.
Okay, very good.
Yep, no, I agree. So then, I guess we're,
Yeah, I
all
would,
set, we won't.
yeah, I would accept the continuance without taking any testimony,
Okay, so
one
that-
side or the other, and we can discuss.
So, make a motion to continue the public hearing for Villages multifamily units, 35 North Main Street, to October 1st.
Second.
Motion to continue the GM Villages, motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous.
To October 1st.
Okay.
Thank you. And then we'll back up then and just cover the decommissioning bond policy quickly. So Jane has made a couple of copies. There's a red line document, yeah. Council, thanks for
Yeah.
coming in. I think that's
Sure. Is there a draft of the policy or something?
So I think we have another copy.
Yeah.
So these are some changes that we're,
Could I interject?
Yeah.
So the more I thought about rewriting the solar bylaws that our committee worked on,
Yeah.
I'm kind of concerned that if we make changes, it has to go back before the AG's office again.
it will.
So there's a new Attorney General who's had a really hard line against anything that she perceives as being, asking too much. So if you remember, we have a limit on that. And maybe this is great, town council's here. Can we do all the changes you did, Bill, but make it battery energy storage decommissioning bond, as well as, I wrote it down for verbiage, because I think one can supersede the other, and then just have renewable energy storage bylaw. So we don't touch the solar one, let it sit there, because we've maxed it out anyway, provided the state's taking it over now.
Just put a new section in there.
So just
But-
do 2 articles, one for battery
Storage.
energy, renewable energy storage, and then one for the decommissioning bond. Because I'm so afraid they're gonna dive into our old law and all that work and just go,
If
I
they
don't know.
perceive it as basically an attempt to prevent siting, period.
right.
So with the new laws for battery energy storage, is it, I mean, a lot of the things that we have in here, they don't oppose what's in that law, or?
So
or-
I
that's
think
the
if
question, is some
you
of
write it appropriately in those places that it could butt up against
Yep,
an
yep.
existing, this one would supersede it.
And-
So Spencer has battery energy storage,
Okay,
which I didn't dive into it.
Yeah, okay.
You did a lot of work on the other, but maybe.
And there's really not a lot in here that talks about battery energy storage. The changes were really surety and the decommissioning.
So I'm just afraid,
Yeah, no, I understand, I think that that's a valid concern, that solar energy is a protected use under section 9, so it is a concern whenever you're regulating solar use, that you over-regulate it, it might get shot down by the Attorney General's office.
And how many tries do you get? What was it?
I don't know, this is a little bit outside of my
they can, she
expertise.
can
Once we
disallow
submit
sections. So
Yep.
my fear was it
She-
passed
Oh,
with,
she approved.
she'd knock out some things that were already approved. and-
Exactly.
Yeah,
and-
okay.
So-
You won't
They
go
could,
up there.
absolutely.
right?
be
Well,
submitted.
you've been on here the longest. They can
Yeah.
dive in and,
They, yeah.
because
If
what
you
what
freeze
Maura
the whole
Healy
thing-
allowed,
I mean, can't we just add a little A to this, you know,
yeah,
And
and
just
just,
copy
'cause-
into battery storage.
Well, the thing is, it won't be done in the fall meeting anyway, so we
Right.
have,
Yeah.
we have until.
I just
spring
didn't wanna
to
keep
do
going
that.
down the
Yeah.
route
Yeah.
of changing our solar, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
it might be,
yeah, we could certainly just add it.
we really have one of the strongest ones, like,
I don't know.
Well, I think what we do wanna edit is the surety of
Exactly, and
solar.
that can be handled separately.
Ah.
So where, if we do a separate policy on the surety bonds, where this butts into the solar one, this takes precedence.
So where is the surety, just so I can
In
quickly go to it.
I,
I, okay.
second to last page. So the surety, so it's written here, if we added another bylaw section, chapter section, which one takes precedence, you know? I would think that we'd have.
As to
edit-
what, a particular project?
Yeah, or just
Well,
calling out surety, the details of surety in this section I, like.
They were
we
very
want-
vague.
We're trying to tighten up the
Yeah.
financial surety payment method a little bit than what we had. I think we had it was very broad, either this, or this.
Yeah.
right.
And we're trying to tighten it up a little bit.
And maybe add environmental surety, hazardous materials.
Yeah, I mean, that's all fine, but again, I would be concerned about strict sureties being scrutinized by the Attorney General's office when you're talking about solar use.
But don't they
But-
allow
But sureties,
towns?
yeah, I mean, if you,
Decommission.
if you wanna be more, if you wanna be more specific, yeah,
I know.
there's no problem with that.
So we have a surety bond that, I believe, whatever it was, section E, it said anything caused, any hazardous or wetland mitigation, this surety bond does not cover. So in fine print, that's the most expensive thing.
Yeah.
So it was buried in the surety bond by Zurich. So I just said,
That's our biggest concern as well.
yeah, and since the state, as of this time, which I think they're going to step in soon with bonds, they let towns do their own bonds, is that right? They
Yeah.
don't get involved in bonds.
So, I mean, is this an issue that's pressing? Are you going to town meeting with this soon?
With this,
We
can't.
No.
it would probably not be
It's
till
too
May.
late.
Yeah,
Yeah,
May.
no, we've already missed this.
So, happy to review this with Jonathan, because he'd be better to answer this, because he writes zoning bylaws all day, every day. And so we can certainly help you work on the language that we think would meet scrutiny by the Attorney General's office, but still be able to get your goals, because I do think tightening up that surety language under I, what currently exists, might be helpful for everybody.
The most problems we've had is the arguing those bonds. Cash, no cash, you know, like, let's get it down.
Follow
Yeah,
Yes.
so just to sort of backtrack and get away from the proposed bylaw here, my understanding was that there was an applicant who didn't wanna put up 25% of cost, which was a policy, and I guess my question is why does the board want 25% of cash?
Because how expensive it is to solve the problem, pay for attorneys and everything else while we're fighting for other things.
And then the fields are getting sold so quickly, the leases,
Mhm.
that there's no follow-through on a small town, and I think they know that. So it's just like you don't pay your insurance bill on your car. So there's 30 of these in town, so to have people follow, so we thought if there was a small percentage in an escrow account by lot number that would follow the parcel and the project, it would eliminate the possibility that it falls through the cracks and we're not covered, because they have to tell us within so many days if it's not producing.
Mhm.
But then the surety bond says you must make a claim within this many days. There's an awful lot put on a small town to protect us from the unknowns, because it
Yeah.
is new.
I mean, I'm concerned that, your concern is not necessarily getting the money, it's more of administrative headaches that it's gonna cause. And, if you're getting a surety bond from a major bank, then it shouldn't be something that the town should be concerned about. My concern is the objection is you're requiring us to put $100,000 in escrow for 20 years, that's not gonna be touched.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
something, and the surety bond is not an FDIC bank-backed surety bond.
No.
It's a company,
Right.
and just like insurance companies, they can all differ.
Mhm. Well, you could make it, you could adopt the policy that, you review who's issuing the surety and make sure that it's sufficient or something like that.
Yeah, so that's what we're at now, is
Yeah.
like an FDIC
Yeah.
bank-backed surety.
So, the question is this time, since this is going into place,
Yeah.
we have one solar, decommission bond and 3 batteries, BESS decommission bonds that we have to deal with
Yeah.
based on our current bylaws. So,
Yeah, I think the one that I was reviewing, and I don't know who the folks were, but I think it's that major one. It looked like they were proposing an amount and they were agreement to a surety. So I don't think, especially when the policy of the 25% cash wasn't in place at the time they made the application, I think it'd be a
that's
hard.
what they have a
Yeah.
problem with.
Yeah.
We've
Not
gone-
the total amount,
Right.
25%.
You have them in agreement in the total amount and the agreement to put up the bond, I think that's what you
Yeah.
should proceed
I
with.
don't think we're-
If you wanna talk about the 25 cash, we could maybe save that for another day, but for this particular, application, especially when the policy was adopted after they made the application, I think would be a hard sell.
Can we request the type of surety,
Yes, of course, yeah.
even though our bylaws say this, or this? A surety couldn't be, like we found that.
To include hazardous
Exactly.
materials and fire.
Doesn't
We
exclude
could
the
work on
important
this and
things.
Yeah.
I think the applicant probably would be open to any type of an agreement,
A
a
better
mutual,
surety.
because the bylaw says prior to the issuance of building permit, the applicant shall provide a form of surety through a cash deposit bond or standby letter of credit, so, and then.
Do they get to pick which one of those they choose, or is it up to the board to choose?
The bylaw's not clear about that, but I would hope
That's already
that,
been done.
we should negotiate that with the applicant to come up with something that everybody's secured with.
I like the bank line of credit, it's just, they don't, especially if it's a newer company. Like some of, 5 years ago, these guys weren't around, some of
Yeah.
these, so.
And that's why, I mean, the proposed bylaw, I think, is tighten up that language, right? So that's probably a good
Okay.
reason for that.
That's-
So then we can work on that for
Yeah,
May,
okay.
for the town meeting. Okay.
And then we'll have to discuss about adding, keep solar energy, add energy storage systems, and then how do we handle a decommissioning policy, because that's in.
Reassess it.
Yeah.
But as long as it doesn't, like, conflict, right?
Yeah,
Is
I
it-
think we asked our town council at the
Okay.
time, can you put a disclaimer? And I think I've seen it in our town bylaws somewhere, that this supersedes anything that could conflict with blah, 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 but I'm not sure.
Yeah, when it comes to bylaw writing, especially about these subjects, Jonathan's the
Yeah,
best at
right.
the state
Okay.
at it, so I won't try to.
Okay, so
I won't try
Well,
to issue opinion about that, but I think you're right, yeah.
So
And
we'll
we
put
do
that, we'll
have
put that
a-
on the list to tackle, sometime in one of that, between now and the end of the year, maybe, Okay.
We do have a battery energy storage defined. We did that when we did the solar bylaw, when we did battery energy storage, where it could go in town and did the 5 megawatt max. That's when we did the definition of
Right.
energy storage, and, because even those forms are changing.
All right, well,
Okay,
let's
cool.
close on this topic. Thanks for reviewing it. If you.
Yeah, no, any more
maybe
questions?
Bring that up.
Yeah, I'll definitely talk to Jonathan about the proposed language, and feel free to send this to us in a Word document. But, yeah, and do you want us to reach out to we can assist with working on the surety with the,
Yeah, they're the ones.
That would be nice.
The people with the same company with 3 batteries,
yeah,
we don't really have an issue with them.
yeah,
The solar companies had a lot of pushback because of the 25%.
yeah,
It sounds like they're willing to, accept I think it's 674,000 and change,
right,
but they just don't wanna put the 25%,
Right.
so.
right.
And-
If
And
you
that's
can
not
speak to them
arbitrary nor
about that,
capricious amount.
and
Yeah.
get it clarified so that we can move forward, because they've been,
Yeah,
it's been delayed a long time.
yeah, you
so.
wanna get that in place, yeah.
I don't think there's, like, we've read the response from council. I don't think we can enforce that.
Yeah, at this
So,
point in
I don't
time.
even think we
Yep.
have to
Well,
circle
there was a
around it
little-
again.
Paragraph that said, though, because they didn't start building
Mm.
within a year.
Yeah.
Because they put in the preliminary, and wasn't that part of the letter?
Well, you would have to review, yeah, it's a possibility, but the issue is, we'd have to review, because there was a lot of extension agreements passed by the legislature between COVID, and then there
Oh,
was
that's
that.
true.
And then there was another one after COVID that just was part of Healy's package to extend development that got passed. So we'd have to do some math to figure
But
out.
I'd be
Yeah.
happy if it was just an environmental hazardous surety bond.
Yeah.
It's not that much more
Or-
expensive though, either,
It
right?
said 1 to 3% of
So,
the same cost as the performance bond or
Yeah.
the original.
Yeah, we just have to get to a conclusion.
Is that a
Yeah,
dis-
I think that, the developers usually are okay with any sort of, and it sounds like in this case at least, that they're okay with any sort of surety. They just didn't wanna put up the cash.
And that project was delayed several times, but it wasn't this board, in our defense. They had an issue with the neighboring town, with the power line. The project had a cease and desist from conservation. And then, yeah, it wasn't, I think it was blown out of proportion that it was us. And the amount originally had the wrong number of panels. It just lacked recycling costs.
So we know it has the right number of panels now, we've
I don't.
done physical count, or, okay,
But the amount seems
Right.
at least good, but,
Okay.
yeah, recycling amount now, so that's good.
All right, good. Thank you
okay.
for that.
All right, you need me for anything?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, what else do we have? Nobody's
Got
here
some
from
A&Rs,
Quonican, Hammond Woods, I think,
Woods.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing
Yeah.
that we really,
Appreciate, I have a 3-week-old at home, so.
Thank you for joining us. You're not gonna get any sleep in, so,
I'm glad you were here for the other application.
Yeah, no,
Would you like to give us any details?
Yeah.
So coming from you
Yeah, no.
about subdivision, everything just makes our life
yeah,
easier.
not a problem. And we'll help with the next thing in October. I'll talk to Jonathan about that too.
Okay.
All right.
Very good. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
you. Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
It's fun.
So on the agenda next is 7:15, public hearing continued for GM Properties LLC, the Villages multifamily units at 35 North Main Street. The applicant has requested to be continued at 10/1. We covered that already, right? Now we have a motion on that.
Yep, yep.
Sorry, 7:20 PM, public hearing for Fabiola Cesar Esteverne, Ponican Hill definitive subdivision plan modification. Mike Andre is awaiting stormwater report, so we're not gonna open that up
Yeah,
tonight.
we're still waiting for a stormwater report and his engineer needs to stamp the plan, so.
So was that, since it is a public hearing, was that noticed for tonight?
No, it's noticed for before, and it's
Okay.
actually, I believe it's actually open maybe, so.
Is there a date?
So I was gonna say, is it? yeah,
I'll
I was
have to
gonna
check
ask.
the dates on it to make sure.
We
that-
haven't opened it yet. So, but it has been noticed, was it noticed for, so we keep continuing it prior to opening it?
We can, though, we can continue, we don't
Okay.
have to,
Okay, so we don't have to open it, we can just continue it without having to renotice it?
yeah, yeah.
That's what it's, that was my
Right.
question.
So continue it to a particular date?
Do we have room in October 1st, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So can we entertain a motion to continue the Ponican Hill subdivision plan to October 1st?
Make a motion, we continue the Ponican Hill subdivision plan modification for 21-A-5 until the October 1st meeting.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll continue that. Ponican Hill, October 1st agenda. Next on the agenda, 7:45, Sturbridge Road Solar Farm LLC at 261 North Sturbridge Road. We have extensions for 3 different permits here. So the first is North Sturbridge Road Solar Facility Annual Approval Extension Request. They want to extend this until November 18th, 2026. I guess we'll handle these individually.
So moved.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
after you make them, right? So why do we have to extend anything if it's completely done?
State of Massachusetts only allows you to, first original application approved for 2 years, and then the applicant has to ask for annual extensions every year.
So they
for
don't have
what?
their building permit yet.
You
So
know,
it's-
it's typically the board can make a decision on whether they wanna approve the extension, but typically if the project's moving forward and being built, the planning board would.
Oh, so
grant the
until they get their
extension.
occupancy permit, you have to keep it, because they have their building permit, because it's already
Yep,
done.
yep.
They have to
Oh, all
make
right,
their
so it's-
request for the
completed.
Thank you,
extension.
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
So I'll second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor of approving the North Road, Sturbridge Road Solar Facility Annual Approval to November 18th, 26th?
Aye.
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 Aye. Unanimous for that one. We have another extension request, North Sturbridge Road, Scenic Road, special permit annual approval extension request to extend to November 26th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Same answer applies, Randy, to this one?
It's for the same site. It was
Same
just,
site.
yeah, it's just so they could work on it. on that
Okay.
side.
Got it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's approved. The last one is Lunar Meadows Subdivision Annual Approval Extension Request until November 18, 2026.
So moved.
Where's, no,
So it's the same one, right? It's
Lunar
just-
Metals,
all
where's
just-
Lunar?
That's the
Yeah,
original
Okay,
name.
gotcha, okay.
that, this project's been changed hands so many times that,
Mm.
How many
Yeah.
and they have 3 applications on it?
I'll second then.
Sorry,
we
second.
usually got asked who the latest owners on that.
Yeah.
That's not an easy question to answer. Just changed hands so many times.
All right, motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. The next one, 8 PM, Hammond Woods subdivision as-built plans. Hammond Hill Road.
We have the as-built plans that, need to be signed by the board, so, hopefully, you know, at town meeting that the road will get accepted, the roads, I should say, will get accepted by,
Okay.
the board for the Mylar can be signed. There's a few pages of them,
So we also have a letter here from Graves Engineering on this particular plan. And they basically reviewed it. All the comments are marked as accepted. And
yeah, I don't see where the board signs these.
a signature block.
Do they need to sign the do they need to sign the as-bills, or is that just? I don't ever remember
I don't know
signing.
if the board
just
has
the
to
app-
sign it, do they?
They go to the
So
registry,
it's for road acceptance?
those have to go to the registry, those Mylars.
Oh,
That's what it is. Let me,
They forgot.
I'm sorry, say that again?
they go to the registry, so there's gotta, let me look in an old,
I don't ever remember signing a subdivision as-built.
And they need, did you get them electronically also?
they definitely have to go to the registry, but they
Yeah.
don't have to be signed. But just please vote on it though.
Did you get these electronically
Engineer of
also?
record
No.
or land surveyor?
Acceptance plan, she signs.
Except for like,
This
that-
is
well,
the, project the planning board pretty much had to take over, get it finished, and so it's gonna be the planning board's responsibility to file it at the registry of deeds.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have the funds
Is there a
that we're
place for
holding
the,
from the applicant, so he'll actually be paying the
engineer
fee,
of
but
records?
This is the acceptance plan.
So, the signature. The engineer of record, right?
there's no signature block?
we might have to create a box for the planning board to sign.
Do we sign them or
Find
is it
out.
just
It's like-
engineer?
Some are signed, some aren't. But those definitely have to go to the registry.
Yeah,
Okay.
We-
Registry of
we
Deeds.
might have to create a box for the planning board to sign. You put their signatures in.
Yeah, because if you look, just really quick, I'll show you. This one is signed, right here, right? This is an as-built,
because they need to be
It is a sign.
certified by the
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
engineers
Yes.
and approved by the planning
It
board.
had a signature block,
So,
okay?
should sign it.
These are all as-built, and they're not.
Or is it just a
I-
vote?
This one you can take
She's
off.
saying sometimes we don't sign
Yeah.
I
it.
don't see it.
It seems as though,
Yeah, whether it's needed.
It's not-
I know,
Yeah.
so,
but I know for
as
that
the
they
site
have to.
plans are typically required
Yeah,
of the
it
planning
definitely
board.
has to go to road.
But as far as signing,
Must be
I can
signed
make a
and
phone call
stamped.
in the morning.
Yeah, they find
Because
that.
you
No,
guys
I think
vote
they
on
should
it
be.
tonight that you accepted them, and then you can each come in and sign it if need be, but if you look, like, see, there isn't.
So it says
So you
like,
basically just gonna vote
And
on whether
approve
you accept the as-built plan.
maybe that's it,
It
okay.
it has to be signed to go to the registry.
Yeah.
and be
So,
accepted.
I'm guessing, right?
When the registry sends it back and they have to come back and
But
get
I
their
want to
signatures and
I
they,
that's
they
no
vote.
problem, because I don't know why some are, some have it, some don't.
It's funny because it doesn't, the regulations say they need to be approved and not
Right.
signed, but that.
All right. If anyone wants to review them, otherwise we'll vote to approve the as-built plan.
Yeah.
As submitted. I'll entertain a motion.
There's no other grave comments, everything looks good, this is going to town meeting, I think it's, is that on the agenda for town meeting? Okay.
Yep.
Yes,
I
it
think
is.
that,
Yeah.
okay, I thought the select board also
So
voted
we'll
on
be
that.
They
reported
got their
at town meeting,
Yep.
we will be reported as having approved it.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So,
Yeah.
make a motion, we approve the as-built for Hammond Woods subdivision.
Yeah, I was
I
at the
second.
Board of Selectmen last week. They, agreed to vote to recommend the acceptance of the roads at town meeting.
Yep.
Town meeting.
All right, we have a motion and a second for the Hammondwood subdivision. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think that was discussed in the first meeting that I ever
Yeah.
attended for the planning board.
10 years ago.
I know, it makes you feel old when you're
Years ago,
like,
yeah.
A couple of A&Rs. Saulniers, McKinstry's, and a PMZ.
hello.
Hello.
I'm just eavesdropping on the A&Rs.
Oh,
I've been
good.
dropping in the hall, but I feel like a
You,
creeper.
you hear us
Come
call
on
out
in.
the McKinstry.
All they're doing is they're subdividing one lot off the main lot on the property on Knoxville Road.
So they're creating lot B1?
Yeah, they're just cutting off one new lot.
Wow. That little thing is 1.3 acres.
Yeah, and the new lot has 175 feet of frontage, it has, you know, over 60,000 square feet, which are the requirements it needs to meet to be a buildable lot.
Great. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the A&R for, is there a number? Lot B1 on Oxbow Road.
I second.
Motion and second. Approve the Oxbow Road A&R. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Everybody to sign. Straight up here. Yeah.
17th.
Thank you for putting me in these days, make my life easier. Yeah.
We should just put them down in one spot and all.
And there's a
nothing
road,
but-
yeah, and
And we
go
like,
around.
just ring around.
I think that's a good idea.
We got rid of
Get
that
up, it'll be like
policy.
a, almost like going to like a little gym class.
You
Oh,
are correct. Well,
When the signing stops.
Did these already go out?
no, I haven't done anything with it,
Oh, good.
so
Okay.
I can,
We can
yeah, I
correct.
can amend it. Thank you, Tiffany.
Yeah, and we actually, prior to the issuance of the building permit, they need to post the bond.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is the
I'll bring it up.
McKinstry Sampson Road. Farm.
This is Forest,
Yeah.
I was gonna look at tree house and buy it.
I tried.
So you going around?
There's a Bob. I just said, look, they did it too.
Need bigger tables.
Someday.
I like your ideas, Patsy. We'll leave them
Yeah.
there and we'll rotate around.
We tried to sell it
Right,
as
right.
Both of
for
them, that
exercise.
And when we get really,
Yeah.
really
Less-
high tech, we'll have some music.
Less
It is a good
handling,
location
less
for
handling.
industry.
It's a whole new thing.
You can't get so excited that when it don't panic.
It'd be fun to watch too on video.
And what are they doing? It's the A&R parade.
It's a good corridor, but.
It'll be the new trend, all the boys will be doing.
Right?
Play music when we do it?
Maybe.
Musical chairs?
It'll be like the new TikTok trend.
We need a theme song.
Spinning table.
Yeah,
That could be kind of fun. I'll watch it.
Oh, you know, what is the thing you call that goes in the middle of the table sometimes?
Lazy Susan.
Yeah, right,
Big
get one of
Lazy
those.
Susan, sure.
A really big lazy Susan.
Yes, we do. This is why they're creating one lot into 3 lots on Simpson Road.
Okay.
Oh, I see, so you're adding two, and Forest is bigger?
Yes,
Nice.
yeah.
Creating three.
Creating a little homestead with the house and then 2 additional lots.
I like that, cause the lot was kinda small.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was only 0.75,
yeah, that's nice.
and they're very excited. It's a cute little couple, but when we started this, we didn't have them sold yet. We
Uh-huh.
just knew we had to do something because they weren't selling this one large parcel.
Oh, is that it?
When
Yeah.
we talked to the engineer originally, but then we did end up getting a buyer for the house, so
Oh, good.
it's a great little option for them too.
Cool. Now, I worked with these power lines, did they do any changes? I worked on a power line project in Springfield. They wanna make abutters happy,
Yeah.
so if by chance you get wind that they're gonna add some, you
Yeah.
can ask for visual mitigation,
Oh, that's nice.
and it's like yard crashers. They
Yeah.
come in, and you get 5 to 7 foot arborvitaes staggered,
Wow.
it's
Okay.
amazing.
Well, that's
And it
nice.
just blocks the view.
I think they're in the process right now. I don't know that they're expanding, but we did get a conservation notice that they're doing something, so.
Yeah, so even if they go higher,
Mhm.
because what we were doing in Springfield, it had been there 98 years.
Yeah,
Excellent.
And they still
Good,
have.
looks good.
yeah.
So is this true or
Okay.
not?
Entertain a motion.
So I'll make a motion that we approve the A&R for McKinstry Sampson Road.
I think if they change it,
Motion and second, all in
if they
favor?
add,
Aye.
Aye.
so just keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
I will.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really
That's helpful.
amazing.
So here.
Western.
Here, let's do them down here, I like that.
Like that idea?
Wanna do the,
Millbury,
you wanna start?
Yep. No, I think we gotta go clockwise.
Wow. Oh, you're.
I think that was the
You are
requirement.
Don't break the,
So you get to come to the meeting and get
Well,
entertained.
Going to
I got it.
Bill, I heard your son is home.
He is for a couple of more days.
Just for a couple days?
Yeah, we're having Mitchmas over
What?
this weekend. We're gonna get
Nice.
together for
Maybe she puts
for
today's date.
Christmas.
Yeah.
He's
I remember
difficult
one time
in
years
interacting
ago.
with the
I'm
last few
sure.
days, but
Oh,
he's,
that's nice.
Oh,
he just
yeah.
did
He came
classes
back.
all
I
last
didn't
weekend,
want to,
bio
yeah.
classes, and then he worked yesterday, so he hadn't had free time yet.
Yeah, he said he wasn't able to connect at school.
Did he finish school, or is he
No, just-
getting moving someplace else, or is he just has a little leave?
Just had time, and he's just back from a deployment up in Alaska, but he knows he's not gonna be able to get home for Christmas.
Oh,
or
there you go.
whatever,
Oh,
so
good.
Get home,
Good.
check in with Cole and see how things are going.
How do you like Alaska?
Oh, he loves it.
Did he?
Yeah, yeah. Loves Alaska. One of his buddies, Brian
Yeah.
Chachki, is up in Alaska, so in the Air Force
Oh,
at Elmendorf base, so they visited. Yeah. And he was in Alaska while Putin and Trump were up there at Elmendorf base. He was on the
Cool.
base
No
when they were
kidding.
there.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty
That
great.
must have been interesting,
Yeah.
wow.
He said it was very locked down.
I can imagine.
I would think so.
I can imagine.
So did it work? You gonna do this again?
Yeah, it worked great. Great idea, Patsy.
How was his year? Got exercise too.
There you go.
Is this yours?
It is, well, I'm,
Okay.
yes, kinda,
Yeah,
my
I'll roll it
husband,
up.
I'm the realtor.
Diamond
Is that a potential span?
Anybody in,
Doesn't, I don't know anybody from Diamond or Bar, California either.
Do you get a lot of potential span
No,
notices?
I've been doing a lot of research and.
Pulls off the next couple of days, I'll tell him to make sure
There you
he,
go.
thank you very much,
Yeah.
thank you all.
Yeah.
Make
Good
sure that he
Much.
connects, so
All
he
right.
can come to, what is it,
Mitchmas, Janet, yeah, yeah.
I thank
See
you
you
very
later,
much.
thank you for
Bye.
coming.
Are you gonna do all the traditional foods and everything?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Do a turkey and the whole thing. Yeah, it'll be fun. We do like a
Yeah,
Thanksgiving, we call the gifting, the New England grab bag. what do you call it? Yankee swap thing,
yeah.
that thing. Yeah.
New England swap sounds nice.
Yeah.
I like it, yeah, yeah. Well, I kind of like that Yankees, it's sort of a derogatory.
Oh, I guess I didn't think of that.
Well, swamp Yankee, my
Oh.
dad said, it. Swamp Yankee, that's derogatory.
Next one is the
That was-
creating three
that's
lots
what my
in
mother
one
told me
lot
when
on
kids
Stone
were swamp
Dale
Yankees.
Road.
He said they came over in the 1600s, signed their
Saunders
deeds with
was
Yeah,
Sullivan.
my grandparents did too.
Sullivan.
Well, that
They were
great-grandparents.
probably
It was the second boat over, I guess.
second boat over. 17 because they wanted to get rid of them,
Yeah,
so that
they
was
can
told.
create
Oh.
three lots
You guys
in
told
one
that
lot.
too?
I had a grandfather who was a general in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, I had, some of the family goes to that, and some of it goes back to the, maybe it was a penal colony thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell which one is which.
Yeah, mine was early 1600s, shortly after the Pilgrims. So they didn't come.
If you have any questions, they're all there. Every
Yeah, that's
single
what you
one.
like, tell your swamp
Question,
Yankee,
you
your
have 30,
power.
14.
What was the name of the train station, when that was in a building supply place, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
all that
Yankee
land, a
something?
lot of it's not.
Oh,
buildable.
where Wendell
Yeah,
used to own the mill there,
Yeah,
where
the-
Salou is.
yeah, the train, yeah. the
Yeah, that was a
station.
Yankee
So it
something.
was Yankee something, if I remember
Yeah.
that, Yankee,
I never went.
it was just Yankee Traders, Yankee
Was it
something,
there?
yeah.
What are all,
I just
what
remember
is
it.
Yeah.
I've never
Why did he
seen, I
add
thought I
all
was
of
gonna be a
that
train
topographical
station.
9 million
points?
going to the train from
Like
Boston
added
to
on
Yeah.
Okay.
from his.
Pittsfield.
It's like you forgot
Well,
to
we
do it
signed
before
a
you printed them,
supportive
right?
letter when I
Yep.
worked for
Okay,
Robin.
so this one,
I thought it was gonna,
Yeah.
Looks like topographical points, and he just left them on the.
and
Yeah, like
CSX.
they,
owns
really, they
more
pressed the
land
button
there.
before they printed them out, and they were like, nah, we're not gonna reprint them, it's expensive for ink.
Well, originally, this was the one that he wanted to have a driveway to 3 lots, and he'll push back that. He probably wouldn't get approval for that, so I guess he's changed his mind.
So what's he trying to do now?
These supersede a different
Wait,
plan.
oh,
But he's not saying what
Yeah,
he's
but
actually
it's
doing.
down near the corner of Blood Road down here, so it's down near the intersection, you know, where you come down Saundersville
does
Road
that mean no frontage?
and
in that?
So this is just an A&R, he's just
coming to
creating
that
lots.
four-way intersection where
Looks- they
you
live
have,
on
you know,
Blood Road.
everyone has to stop.
Backwards.
Randy,
So you
what
got
does
lot
the
A?
N, what does N/F
Lot
mean?
two.
Does it mean
Yeah.
What's it say?
N/F?
This here, what's that? NF.
Fayford,
Backwards
N/F
is here.
Fayford? Is that,
They own a lot of land on the road, I remember.
oh, that must be the name of the
Yeah, that's the
owner?
owner of the
Okay.
lots.
All right. All right.
Must be the husband and wife or something like that,
Oh, okay.
And
meaning,
Nellie and Fred.
yeah.
Nellie and Fred, that's good enough for me.
This is an NF wheel
Have
lot
an
too,
answer,
so it's
just
gotta
have to be the
mean
right one.
something else.
Oh, no, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, my husband, no.
No,
Border and
farmer.
vegetated.
That's the Google.
Yeah, do we know what's happening to the wetlands with this change?
That doesn't really matter, but.
It doesn't
Because
matter
they're
at
not-
this
they're not
stage, because
building.
they're not proposing
Conservation.
any.
Yeah.
Conservation will grab, right, wetlands, we don't deal with them?
We hope, right? When the
I
building
guess that
actually
they-
begins.
We have enough frontage,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, they made sure they got
Do we
their
have any all over
feet.
town?
Looks good.
oh, there's no,
Messy, but.
Okay, it means now or formally.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny, I grew
Makes
up in
sense.
a town that was at a completely different stage of development, much more developed,
What time?
that is all in Sharon.
Oh,
Good.
okay,
And, well,
yeah.
my
Good.
dad was a lifelong resident.
Any discussion?
Right from through World War
Okay,
II,
let's
so
have a
yeah.
motion.
Wow.
He
PMZ.
asked questions, because he was so
Okay.
into.
Make a motion to approve PMZ Developers LLC on North Sullivan Road.
Sorry, I had
Oh, no, wait a
to
minute,
do
this-
it, I lost
Oh,
my.
This is Sandersdale, not Sullivan.
Oh, it said,
No, this is Saundersdale. What is, but the,
Yeah, this is not.
You're right.
PMZ,
oh,
yeah.
okay, Saundersdale Road, it says no, it says Sullivan on here, it must,
On the minutes, I mean, on the agenda, so
On the
it's
agenda.
Sandersdale, Saundersdale.
okay.
It's not North Sullivan Road. Is that where the owner lives?
this is Christopher,
No.
Crystal Hanson.
No, because Sullivan Road, you guys
Yeah, this-
just released for
This doesn't look like
61A.
the right, this doesn't look like the right.
That's where I
It's just
saw
the
that.
wrong
Yeah.
topic.
Did I say it
Who's-
right?
Is this the right
And
plan?
it's not PMZ, but that must be from.
Well, I'm not sure.
A
This-
and R.
This
That
is
might
still
be
an
where
A&R.
the property owner lives, but it's actually,
This one, right. this
the A and
is-
R is for
this is PMZ,
Saundersdale
isn't it?
Road.
That might be another one, a copy and paste there,
Maybe.
Jane, or something. It's not PMZ.
Yeah,
but-
just
I-
No
Took that out of
problem.
61A,
No problem.
Sullivan.
I make a motion
This is
to
for Hanson?
approve the A&R for
Yeah.
Yeah,
Christopher and Crystal Hanson on Saundersdale Road. Lot,
If it's not on the agenda, can we still,
I think A&R.
because these are A&Rs, right, they're not
Yeah.
public.
yeah, they're not public, so you
So it's just-
can, you know. Chris
They don't have
says
to have
it's
been
right
announced.
there,
Lot,
just
lot 1A, is that, what are they?
Carving 3 on
put
it.
the correct road name in there.
Mhm. Oh, I think
One
it's
A, two A, three.
yep,
the
yep.
2/3.
One goes up this way, one wraps around this way, and the other one wraps around the top.
Whereabouts is this? This is,
Saundersdale.
What was that? What you just
So there's a
Bayless Road.
law about 2/3 of the property has to be upland or flatland. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, that's how they deal with the.
I'm not sure how, it has to be
This
like
is Blood Road.
continuous.
Saundersdale
All
Road.
right,
So
we
you
have a
can't have
motion.
wet and go.
Right.
We need a second.
I'll second it.
That's
Um,
what
I'll-
we
we get a
have to
second?
say, stays for me.
Second? We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Send the regulation.
Strategy, have the cap off the pen so you can be fat.
It's like being golf ready.
Randy,
Have
I
that
just looked on these when I do my.
Everything ready to go.
I just went by
Yeah, I
these.
know.
Okay, and, I'll look into that tomorrow, but that's what I went by.
Oh, sorry, well, they passed you ready for Saunderdale Road.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we're
but that's what
covered.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where PMZ came from.
Well,
Is that a
well,
different?
I
Application.
went by these.
I should double check, but, you
Yeah,
know,
it's, he wrote down, the applicant wrote down. I think he's getting it mixed up with another project.
I think when you get
I'll
older,
have to look,
nobody,
copy yours.
no.
That's what Paul does too.
I've been doing that forever. It's like my maiden name too. It's never changed.
That's what I
It's
would-
the same, it's the same script. I just follow
It's
it.
just, doesn't matter what it
But it
says,
doesn't,
it's the same
but it
script.
doesn't,
Anyway,
but
right?
doesn't, nobody can read it anyway, so it's not like,
Yeah.
it would be
They're
weird to
not
change it now.
Well, it's not just their signatures, and
That's
that's the whole
because I'm
thing.
like,
That's,
Like, I
really,
look
really
at,
interesting, but everyone gives them
You
a
got
little bit detail.
Sampson Road, which, you got all the
Doctors, right?
My dad.
No.
No, but beautiful handwriting, it was shocking. My mom and I wrote.
Well, anyway, they're happy
Sometimes
they're
it's still
approved.
the print, really, really tiny.
Okay.
He was
Is there
kind
one
of
for
an
Sullivan,
engineer,
or
and I
is
think
it something?
No, it's
Notice
not,
how-
they're not here.
how
So
Yeah,
it's
so
got
that-
the Saunders.
Yeah, my son's an
Okay.
engineer.
so it's
His
just
is
the
perfect.
master plan, we got. Submission.
Yeah, we've got some
Not me, my
submissions
mother.
on master
Yeah, right, and
plan.
then teachers are really good with cursive,
Yeah,
beautiful
they
cursive
teach
writing,
it.
and straight, you know, like a line on the blackboard.
So we have, just to continue on the agenda, we have master plan discussion at 8:20. I see
one more tool.
3 different submissions. One is from CMRPC, the other is from the Barrett Planning Group, and the third is from Dodson Flinker.
Yeah, I was expecting a
Yeah.
fourth one, but I did not receive it,
Yeah.
but, I printed out a copy for all the board members. I figured you're probably gonna wanna take it home.
Yep.
You have electronic
read through
copies?
them to get a, huh?
There's electronic copies. Can you send electronic copies or are they on our
Can
shared
you
drive?
post them on the SharePoint?
Put a copy of them all on SharePoint?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Drag them into meetings 2025 September,
Yeah.
yeah?
Or even under, put them under a new master plan folder or
Yeah.
something too.
To continue it, yeah.
I forget it was September, we had that meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
Put it right on the top in master plan. We can,
Yeah.
we can put, because there's gonna be a lot more information going in there, so it might be good to
That's true.
start a
That'll-
folder there for just the
Right.
master plan.
Yeah, it'll be the reviews, the agenda.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll post them all on
Yeah.
SharePoint.
Patsy, did you get access to that shared drive?
Trying to see what email address that it was sent to
I think it was
because
to
I
your.
haven't gotten
it was-
my
I don't even
password
know
yet.
my
It's for
password
the
for the
town.
town. I don't even know my
No, so
password
you
for
have
the
to go
Call,
in person, right, to do
You
it?
can
I
call.
called him on the phone and he did it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
did you?
can-
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
I have to call them every
He
time
didn't-
I
he
change.
said, well, what-
I
I can
change
give you a
phones.
password, I just
Yeah.
made one up,
And then you change it.
and, yeah. it
Did you
works.
try to do that, log on to the
No, I
shared drive?
didn't,
Okay.
yeah, no.
All right, then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask
Good.
him on the phone.
Yeah.
You do have a town email though, right?
Yes.
If
If
you
they
have
have
a,
a chart email, then I can send it to them through SharePoint.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you remember your password for your email.
I don't know if I remember the password, I know I
Just
got it written down
call IT
someplace.
and,
That
call
I
IT,
can't
they'll
help
give
you
Yeah, I'm gonna call him.
Yeah, call IT, they'll.
Can you just
they'll
can you just
reset it.
email them? Email
What's
them?
that?
Email me them.
yeah. All right, I really don't feel like even opening these things up. I think we should just review these individually and come back, mark them up, come back with some comparisons and notes. The purpose of which will be eventually to select the winning proposal here, maybe as soon as the next meeting, just to get this thing started, so.
Can I just ask one question? Help me understand, so we have the town fund of 50 grand, so these are all 50-50, about, both about 50 grand. And then we have CMRPC who has the 50 grand, but there's a grant for 115,000. Are they doing 115,000 plus 50,000 worth of work, or are we getting this for free?
No, they think that they can get a grant for $115,000.
So we don't have to pay anything? Or are they
Well,
saying,
I
are they
mean-
saying they want us to pay them 115 plus 50,000?
No. They would apply for the grant if we selected them to, do the master plan with us.
And then if we got the grant, then we would pay them 50 out of it, and then the rest of it we would use for other projects or whatever.
For whatever we,
I thought there's
I
50
I thought
already
that,
dog-eared.
my understanding was is that would continue on with them.
Yeah,
They
the
would,
grant
that-
funds
that was-
them to do
That-
months 7 through
yeah, they would,
whatever.
They would only
apply
apply
for the grant and
grant
apply
if
it
we
to
chose
what they're
them
asking us to pay.
as the,
Yep, so that would, that's right, that would continue months 7 through 18.
But we have 50 set aside, so that is our money.
Yeah,
And it-
then
you
we get
know-
the
But
the
the-
first,
okay.
first part of that, yeah.
applying for a grant, there's no guarantees
That would
you
get us through
money.
stage 1. That
Yeah.
would not get us into,
Right.
the grant would get us into stage 2 and stage 3.
So it would be worthwhile if we absolutely believe that it's the best proposal, we could save some money on it. I mean, or if we absolutely believe it's as good as the others.
Right, and you could compare CMRPC's, our funds, is it covered the same as the other proposals if we don't get the grant? If we do get the grant, this should be additional scope of services.
If they have a good
But
grant.
the
writer,
50
the
should be
grant
equivalent, yeah, great
You could
question.
use perfect grants on AI these days. Perfect.
Oh,
Like happy
that's a
100%.
problem then.
Not
Okay,
that
so it
we
depends
want
on
to,
who
but
else
also
is
go
applying
back
at
to
the time,
town
maybe.
meeting and request
Yeah.
more funds,
Yep,
you
and how
know,
well. That's all.
at town meeting. Not that we'll get it, but now that we're actually moving forward with the master plan, we might have a better opportunity to get the grant, I don't know, another 25,
Right.
maybe 50, something at town meeting,
Yeah.
so,
Do we have any old master plans still here?
yeah.
If anyone wants to review those.
I have a copy.
I
Yeah.
think I have one too.
They're online too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were,
You
I
can
was
fill
on
out
that
electronic.
original, on that committee too.
Yeah, I think I have one at home.
You
Patsy,
do,
you
all
were
right,
on that
okay.
committee.
Just for
If not,
comparison
I come
purposes,
back.
what's the scope of the old
Yeah,
one?
if not, I come
Didn't
back and
need
get one.
much, though.
But I
You
know
want
I
a
just,
couple?
It was
Just,
like,
if you
We're limited, like, we only have
You
a
have
couple,
them.
but
I think I do
look
have
familiar,
that.
yeah,
you want
okay.
one?
I have one too.
Yeah, I have one. on my
Laney,
side.
you're all set too. Good. Master plan.
Keep it
Do
on
you
my
want
nightstand when I
I have
can't
these
fall asleep.
proposals, oh, a copy
Of
of,
the
Of
old
the
one.
old one,
The
just
old
to see
one.
what is that
I
scope
think you
look
gave it
like.
to me. I'm not,
Take
let
one
me
if you
see.
need it.
I'll give you one if you need one.
Otherwise,
Do you have one here?
Yeah.
I'll see.
piece of agenda, the next piece of agenda is to review the minutes
Let me
from
see.
September
I know,
3rd,
I have
2025. Let's take a moment to review and approve those minutes.
No, because that's what I have left.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so that's good, that'll be a good comparison. Yeah. All right, so. So are we going to vote to put this off
Minutes.
until,
I don't think we have to vote on the
Yeah,
master
just-
plan.
we don't?
Next meeting, we'll
Just
come
put
in
it on
to
the-
review with your comments and mark up
Right.
anything and any questions
Okay.
for October 1st meeting. And then we just moved on to reviewing the minutes from September 3rd. And we'll vote to approve those and then finish off the.
should I tell you if I see a typo? It says swope out instead of swap.
Oh, I think, yeah, we have to.
I'm like, is that a word I don't know? Should've been.
I'd like to see some examples of that.
It's good. Any discussion on minutes? Entertain a motion.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes of September 3, 2025.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Excellent.
Excuse me, Randy, we definitely have another A and R for North Sullivan
Oh,
Road.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Norm for now, I got, there's incorrect information in there, so I talked to Tom Clover, I gotta review them again for the next meeting, so
So
we don't
these
have to
didn't go out,
take
maybe?
any action on them.
Okay,
It just mentions a policy that's no longer,
is that what it was? Yeah.
and it doesn't say decommissioning bond needed prior to building permit.
Yeah.
For condition, okay.
So I
Did he
gotta
get it
fix
already
Okay.
though?
Got
Randy,
it.
did these go out?
Did those already go out?
Did these go out?
No, they haven't left the office,
Okay.
and I talked to Tom Colbert about it, so he's aware that, you know, we haven't done anything yet, so.
Yeah, that would be really bad.
Yep.
If they didn't have a decommissioning bond after all the discussions.
Yeah, and this is good to put this in writing. These are the conditions of approval of this.
Yeah.
That's what we just.
Yeah, perfect.
Good. Thanks for typing them up.
Before you adjourn, there's definitely another A and R for North Sullivan Road. It's gotta be in that pile over there.
The what?
There's definitely another A and R for North Sullivan Road. They're gonna be coming in for it, and I don't want them to wait 2 weeks.
The North Sullivan Road?
And I already approved it, I already made a motion to approve that one.
A different one.
So you're reading off the agenda.
That was the Sampson Road one.
I don't know, just under other business unknown at time of post, I remember we had
I just wanna show you. I just
request for
could
a
tell by
zoning
the process.
bylaw amendment
We
to
have it at
add
three.
a major
then we
residential
got
development within the CB zone. This was months ago, for multifamily dwellings up to, you
Yeah,
know,
very
6
good.
units,
They're
12
gonna be looking
acres,
for it.
and so on. I don't know if this made it to the warrant or not. That
No,
was-
Excuse me.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
There is another one. I
So-
just didn't want them to
Oh,
wait
right.
2 weeks.
Preliminary one is online.
All right.
Excellent.
And
And this
I
one,
this
so
is
there is a
not so.
So you just didn't wanna have
A
it.
and R for North
Yeah, cause that
Sullivan
didn't
Road.
have hearings
The-
either.
Yeah.
It
Right,
needs,
right.
yeah.
Cause I looked it up.
Hey, what is that?
Mike
One
was
lot
just
into
asking
4
about
lots, or?
Yeah, cause,
All right, so this, just for recording
Yeah,
purposes.
we
is
overlooked
Yeah.
this one. This is the one that was on the agenda.
4 lots.
A&R plan for North Sullivan Road,
Yeah, 4 lots.
PMZ development.
See, okay,
Good,
all
thanks
right.
for finding it, Jen.
Yep.
It is PMC development.
So the one that we did was not on the agenda, this one is
I
correct.
think it wasn't on.
no,
They
that
came
one
in,
was,
they came in too
Correct.
late
Right.
for the agenda, but it got done in the meeting
Oh,
anyway, so they'll
Sunday.
probably be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purpose of this plan creates lot 1, 2, 3, and 4 out of everything. So, this is
So
yeah,
what
I
could
drove
we,
down there.
what would we look for at this stage for
Yeah.
some reason to object to it, you know, in theory, as a newbie?
As,
I'm
as
asking.
long as it meets the requirement for a legal lot, it doesn't really need our approval, but we need
So
to
I
approve
looked,
it anyway.
what I did on
And the
my.
likelihood of somebody trying to pretend
happens
to
sometimes.
see it's not.
But it gets reviewed, it gets reviewed before we see it,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it's reviewed and it's stamped by an engineer who we recognize as knowing our bylaws and the state bylaws
All right,
for
so that's-
zoning
Thank
compliance.
As long as it has as long as it has the right square footage, it's over 60,000 square feet, it's got over 100 and, yeah, 175 feet of frontage
And it'll,
on the road.
it'll say in here what zone it is and what the requirements are, so they have to say.
Two-thirds upland.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, so you
two-thirds?
Oh,
can see,
yeah.
So-
but 2/3 is what would conservation handle that? Board of Health or us?
So
That's
I
what
guess
confused
that's
me.
the
It was
question
That's
near
here.
the top of the pile.
Right,
Does this
it was
have-
October
So
1st.
this, because this doesn't have
Take
two-thirds
that
wetland,
off the agenda.
And that's
Is it-
why I
It
gradually
could,
not
you just don't.
that it was supposed to be.
looking at the.
But that wouldn't be,
Yeah.
that would be them going to get a
That would be-
variance if they had to.
To
right?
build on it.
So it's
yeah.
not a buildable lot, but it's still a,
Right.
it's still a lot.
Oh, right, and it's, if they're not requesting a building permit,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
we
So
can't
like,
object
if
to
you
them
wanted,
owning the lot
like
or
if you
the
wanted to
lot.
sell a piece of land to your neighbor, this could be a, right, yeah, you
Mhm.
could do it that way.
An
You
A
could-
and
If they want a lot that isn't necessarily.
And then the
buildable.
Board of Health will make sure that the well is far enough
Yeah.
away from the septic.
Yeah.
So conservation will watch wetlands.
Yeah. Conservation, and then the building permit on all, everything that's required. But this is it, I mean, up here it says, what are the requirements, and then you can just check, all right, 175, are these all at least 175 on a road, X, you know, all of that stuff.
Thank you.
And Randy will check too, before we see if there's any.
Yeah.
So it's basically just reading the fine print before you sign, you know.
Entertain a
I
motion?
know you have to
Approval not
sign
required,
anyway.
like A&R.
Yeah.
That's, you already made one motion for this one, Sue Beth.
I make a motion that we
So what is it?
accept the PMZ North Sullivan Road 4-lot plan.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And now,
Aye.
time for you to begin the signing train.
No, okay, yeah.
I'm gonna totally look to see how many other, like what that grant is
Okay.
and how many other towns are applying for it.
That's
And if
right.
is it just one grant or is it a piece of a grant it's like $1 million and then everybody can get 115, or is it
That's-
just
Right.
one?
Yeah, good question.
Because you can't base.
Yeah.
Who's the grant offered by CMRPC themselves?
It's a state
From our
grant
money
for,
that we pay for
Yeah,
something.
or are they sending?
Is it
Party
part of
all
one
earn an
stop?
hour of credit by going to the
Yep.
going to the meeting, so.
Right.
we all earn, or the town
I
earns a
think the
credit,
town,
but not for each of us.
Personal us.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
Right.
So is
So
that
the three
grant
of us
possibly
here.
in the one-stop grant? Because those are barely, as far as grants go, if you do all the work and you do the one-stop.
I'm gonna use my credit to
It could go in
to get
several
a
directions.
transfer
So maybe-
hour.
We can
do what?
back on that and
That's
another
what
grant.
And not have to use.
All
Not
right,
that they're
so
not-
back to the A&R, and then any other
Left is right
business?
This way, I
um,
want it on the right this way, and messes everything up.
Any other new business, old business, anything else?
I'm gonna do a timeline, just to cover our butts in case something kicks back with NextEra.
Next there, yeah.
Just to show, when
Yeah.
someone comes in and blames the
Yeah.
board, it'd be nice to
Yeah.
say, whoa, hold it,
Yeah, you're right. 'cause
you had a cease and desist, that was months.
Right.
It wasn't planning board. You
Yeah.
had a problem with National Grid.
No, we had them on the
timing.
agenda several times and I kept getting,
Yeah.
they're not here, they're not coming.
Yeah.
National
No,
Grid,
it's-
they
yeah.
needed to extend the line, and they needed approval from Sturbridge. So when
Right.
someone, you know, all we need is bad press if somebody picks that up.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Planning
Right.
board drags their feet and we're not
Right.
getting business.
Yeah.
That's not true.
yeah, no,
Right,
thanks
it's just
for doing that.
somebody
Good.
picking a fight, it's
Yeah.
not
Are we
legitimate.
holding off on this for now?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it was just a discussion, it's not gonna make it to the town meeting anyway, so let's review it and
We'll have
hear a
discussion
Silverstein,
more.
yeah, Silverstein. Maybe we could keep it on the agenda for the decommissioning solar bylaw edits.
Solar or battery storage.
Solar and energy, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's been comes to one of the meetings.
Okay, I think that's it for the,
Oh, that's right, there's
agenda.
He did accuse me of federal wiretapping, so.
Remember we went to the land court on that?
Yes.
That's like when I first met
The
you.
judge thought it was
I went to
so
land
funny.
court
Did
to
he?
watch
Judge
it.
really
I just wanted to see.
Did he?
All right, great, let's conclude.
Okay.
Someone?
You got anything else?
I think that was it.
I make a motion, we adjourn.